Welcome back to Your Hour. Joining me now is, right on my right, is Holly Mulcahy, who is the Wichita Symphony Concertmaster. That just doesn't roll off the tongue. And George S. Clinton, who is the composer of the Old Cowtown Suite, which is premieres this weekend.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
Okay, the Old Cowtown Suite is a result of me having visited Old Cowtown when I was here before, and Don Reinhold, the general manager of the orchestra, drove us to Old Cowtown in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from LA, so it was, I played Cowboys and Indians as a kid.
Yeah.
But being in this place was just amazing. I didn't expect it to resonate with me the way it did emotionally. So I literally stood in all the buildings and tried to imagine, wow, what would it have been like to have lived and to have been a person at that time of, concerns about making it through the winter if you have a
Sure.
family or whatever it happens to be. And so the suite is a result of that, and each one of the movements, it has to do with each place that I visited while I was here. Mm-hmm. Ending up with Rosie the cow. I don't know if you've been to Cowtown, but there's a lovely cow named Rosie, and so the last movement has to do with her. But it's done in the style of a sort of epic Western approach, mm-hmm. and musically, and it's just, I'm thrilled to death that the Wichita Orchestra is doing it, and it's being world premiere this Saturday.
Very cool. So, and it's going to air it's going to be performed at the concert hall?
Yeah, the Century 2 Concert Hall on the 9th, and then we've got a couple of high school concerts on Saturday and on Sunday, and those probably can be found on the website.
Very cool.
Sunday and Monday, sorry.
Sunday and Monday.
Sunday and Monday.
The voices in the the voices in, so this was quite an inspiration then. How long ago was this visit?
It was in 2019.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
okay,
then
so
during
not that long ago.
Not that long ago. During the lockdown, I wrote it. I started with a piece standing on this old prairie home, Devore Farm. It was snowing, and tried to. I'm a father and a husband, and try to imagine what would it have been like to be looking out in this snow, and hoping that your family was going to make it through the winter.
Yeah.
Because some families didn't. Mm-hmm. And it was during the lockdown after that I started writing it, and. That isolation, of the lockdown, I think, helped inform that piece, or at least that movement of it.
Very cool. So, Holly, what's Concertmaster? What does that entail?
Concertmaster is basically the second in charge, a second face to the orchestra right after the conductor. I'm a liaison to the audience, a liaison from the conductor to the orchestra. Mm-hmm. I also will coordinate bows that's decided well in advance. So we look uniform when we perform together, and our bows aren't going like this. And I tune the orchestra. I start off the concert.
So you are a musician.
Yeah, the Concertmaster is the first chair violin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Tickets, how can people get tickets to this?
They can go to our website, or they can call our box office, and that can be found at wichitasymphony.org. Or you can probably look it up on Facebook too, which will be another way to go. Instagram is another way. It's going to be really hard not to find tickets. But wichitasymphony.org will be the fastest way.
Yeah. This is so cool. It's really cool that somebody from LA visited Wichita, and Cowtown actually resonated with you. Mm-hmm. I like that. Mm-hmm. I was telling you before the show that I do a lot of satellite interviews, and that I'm talking to from who knows where is telling me about their Kansas or Wichita connection, and I really I like that. I think that's very, very neat.
Well, the main thing, the opening piece is called The Trail, and the reason Cowtown is called Cowtown is because it was I'm sure a lot of you listeners know, at the end of the Chisholm Trail, which went from Texas up to Wichita and places north, where the railroad came to take the beef back to Chicago. Mm-hmm. And just that in and of itself is pretty remarkable. I always wanted to be on one of those cattle drives.
Yeah. So will you be doing anything else in Wichita?
Yes, at the end of, in fact, one of the great things about this season for me is there's another piece that I wrote specifically for Holly called The Rose of Sonora, which the story tells, that I've written, tells the story of this outlaw, and Holly's violin becomes the voice of that, and it's for full orchestra and male chorus, and that's closing the season this year for
In
the Wichita
April.
Symphony.
Well, we'll have to have you back.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the place setting. For
It
Rose
is,
of
yeah. This
Sonora.
is like the prequel to what is happening in April.
Very cool. Wow, we'll definitely have to have you back.
We'd love that.
Okay. Well, I want to thank both of you for joining us today. It was a real pleasure meeting both of you.
Thanks, Sheryl.
And
Really-
hope to see you again.
Yeah, we
Thank
hope
you.
to see you down there.
Yeah. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with Eric Litweiler from the NHA. So stay with us.